Hey everybody, it's Mike here. Welcome to the channel and welcome to a new video in Maya. Well, today we're going to be looking at animation, and specifically we're going to be looking at what in-betweening is. Now, if you're new to animation, if you don't know what in-betweening is, then this video just might be for you, right? So we're going to set up a very simple scene, we're going to set up a very simple animation, and I'll explain to you what the steps are and what in-betweening is, and then you understand why there are animators out there that have a day job doing in-betweening, right? Okay, let's get started. So we're going to grab a simple sphere. That's going to be our ball, right? And we're going to jump in here. We're going to go to our front view, and I'm just going to select it, hit W, move it up, and put it on the grid line like that, right? Now I want my pivot point to be at the bottom here. So I'm going to hit the insert key, and I'm going to move that down. Like so, hit the insert key again, and there you go. It's a bit easier to animate that way, right? Now, this is my starting point, and we're on frame 0. So what I'm going to do, well, frame 1 technically, yeah? What I'm going to do is I'm going to hit S on the keyboard. And when I do that, you'll get this red line here, and now I have a keyframe, right? A keyframe and also a key pose, which is our starting point, right? That's a pretty important one. Now, typically in animation, every 1 second that goes by contains 24 frames. It can be different depending on the style you're using and so forth, but many people use 24 frames per second, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to jump in here because we're going to be operating from our side view, and we're going to have a look at where our ball will end up, right? Let's say this is going to be a bounce. The ball is going to end up at the end of that full second. So we're going to select this guy. We're going to scrub to frame 24. And we've got way too many frames in our scene here. So let's set this to 40 so we can see what's going on. I'm going to scrub to 24. We're going to move this guy. And let's say I want it to be here. Okay. So we're on frame 24, we're going to hit S to keyframe. So now I have a starting key pose and an ending key pose, right? If I go back to frame 1 and I hit play, you'll see that the ball will move from frame 1 to frame 24, and you can see the distance traveled. Now, so far we're dealing with key poses, but no in-betweening just yet, right? Now, let's say we want the ball halfway in its journey to be up here somewhere, right? So we're going to have to calculate, okay, that's halfway, which would be on frame 12. Right now it's here. Let's move that up to, let's say, about there, okay? We're going to hit S to keyframe once again. So now we have 3 key poses. One here, one here, one here. If we scrub through it, there you go. Now, when are we talking about in-betweening? When you want to fill in poses between that one, and that one. That's why they call it in-betweening, right? For example, this ball, as I move forward, goes pretty much in a 45-degree line straight up to that position, right? Maybe not exactly 45, but you know what I mean. Now, let's say we want this to be a bit more like an arc, right? So what we would do is we would go to the half of this, so frame 6, and we would decide maybe we just want to raise this up a little, right? Like so. And we're going to hit S to keyframe. So that is called an in-between, right? Between 2 key poses, between that pose and that pose. So we added that in. Let's hit play. There you go. Now you see it goes up to that middle pose here, right? The key pose, and then it goes again pretty much in a straight line down here. So in frame 18, I kind of want to do the same thing. So I'm going to move that up a little bit. hit S to keyframe, there you go. And now with even intervals, we have a key pose, and in between, we got another key pose, in between, and so forth. So that's how you can control and fine tune the animation. Now there's a lot more to be done here. We can do squeeze and stretch to make it look more realistic, but that's another video, right? So yeah, back in the day when Walt Disney was making animations manually, you would have a whole crew of people doing nothing else but in-betweening. It wasn't considered very creative. It was more tedious work and not for the animators per se, right? So yeah, hopefully you now understand what in-betweening is and you have a better understanding of animation in general, right? That's it for me. Thanks so much for watching. If you want more animation videos, let me know in the comments, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.